Flosstube! Welcome to my channel, Bobo Jessie Stitches. I'm Jessie. This is my channel. It's about cross stitching. Y'all, it's December 1st. This is insane. Didn't I just make one of these videos? I feel like I did. Like, I don't even know. Like, I think like our system, our universe has like gone into this weird, or galaxy, I guess, has gone into this weird like vortex in the universe where time is just like speeding up. Like it just feels like it's going by so quickly this time around. Anyways, how y'all doing? December 1st, you ready? It's the holidays. It's the holidays. For those of you in the United States, I hope you had a good Thanksgiving if you celebrated that. If not everyone does. But yeah, y'all, today, December 1st, Friday, it's the Jingle Ball today. And, Flossmas? Oh, in this household, we celebrate the Flossidays. So I'm going to switch my language a little bit and we're going to call it the Happy Flossidays. And, but yeah, so we're going to, I'm going to split it up completely, not like two videos. I'm going to keep everything in one video because it's an awful lot to ask for y'all to watch more than one video. But I'm going to do my regular Flosstube with my updates for the month of November. And then we'll kind of do a little bitty baby break. And then, not really, you're not going to see anything. It's just going to be a little transition. And then we'll do our Flossmas video towards the end. But otherwise, let's get going. There's a lot. The ball has started. Jessie's late to the ball, so... All right, so this month, not spectacular, I'm not gonna lie. I worked on 9 projects, but I only put in 7,282 stitches over 24 days. So it wasn't a significant amount of stitching in comparison to what I normally have done in the past, which is usually around 9,000 to 10,000 stitches in a month. It's okay. Sometimes you need to slow down, you know. It's the winter up here right now. Well, not quite, technically. It's not winter. It's still autumn. But it's time to, you know, sometimes you need to start slowing it down, like enjoy things. That's what I'm going to go with. So, all right, so let's get started. So first up is I had 4 new starts this month. And here's the first one. So the first one is I don't have a lot of autumnal kind of fall-esque projects, but this is one of them. And this is Autumn Harvest Festival by the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. It is part of a series of seasons. I've already done the winter carriage ride, and so now it's time to get going on the other ones. And so I thought I would go ahead and start this one. This is on 14 count AIDA Vellum. I'm a bit discombobulated today, y'all, so just be prepared. And I only worked on it for 2 days, but I put in 405 stitches. And this is where I got to. And I'm going to let you know my lighting's not going to be so great tonight. It is already nighttime. I'm filming this at 5:30 p.m. I am using my best lamp that I can, but things are not going to be quite as they normally look when I film during the day with the daylight. Even if I filmed during the day today, it was overcast the entire day. So, anyways, I started working on that tree. I don't have all the colors, so that's why you see a little bit of little holes in there. So I gotta go purchase some things at the Michaels. But who knows how much I'll work on this, because you will see later on when we discuss plans. But it's because it is still autumn, so I think I would like to try to get some stitches into this this month. But again, it's going to kind of depend on how things go in the month of December, because I do have some other things planned, a vacation planned, all that stuff. Cheers on my winter dog mug. All right, next up is Castle Homecoming, and I have also continued to not print. Is there an update? I don't know. This might be the most recent version of the clue, but this is the version of the clue of the project that I have. And so this is Castle Homecoming, also by the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. I love this project. I love it. And again, discombobulated, y'all. I am working on 32 count Lugana Sandcastle by Color and Cotton. Everything is called for DMC, and Color Cotton Works. I forgot to put a picture of what it looks like somewhere in here. But I ended up working on this for how many days? 5 days, and I put in 697 stitches. So you can see from its before and after, I basically have continued to move towards the edge there. So my goal was to kind of get to the edge so I could kind of see where the end was. This is so cute. So I am starting to work on that little troll guy over in the corner, finishing that brick, and so forth. Thank y'all for all your comments on what I should do. And I feel like looking at this, that all of the main people have been added. And so I'm going to convert this lady to be my mama. I've already converted this guy to be my husband. I'm going to make the knightess me. And then I am going to go ahead and convert the wizard to look like my dad. My dad also had a beard, so I think it's going to be okay. But he was more salt and pepper, so I'm going to salt and pepper him. And then we're just going to say that, you know, it's not quite her hair color because she's a blonde, but we're going to say that the person heralding my return is one of my best friends. Hope you're okay with that. After the fact thought, but not really. We'll just say that she's one of my best friends because I don't have a sister. I do have a sister-in-law, and I guess I could do that. But I'm going to make that my best friend, who I think of has a sister. And so we'll go with that. How does that sound? It's our secret. It's always been planned that way. All right. Next up is a new start for the Creepy Village Sal by Lola Crow. I'm so behind. Who says that I can do things on time for a sal? But this is a new start, and I've only worked on one part. There's going to be 12? Is it 12? I don't remember how many more it's going to be, but there's going to be multiples, and then the fourth one just came out. So maybe it's 6. It makes more sense that it would be 6. But here's the first one. Some carolers happening there. And I am doing this on 36 count Elephant Run by Fox and Rabbit. But again, a new start. And everything is called for DMC. Boop, boop, boop. Everything's wrinkled today. And here we are. That's what I've done. Everyone has been doing some great conversions, putting some glow-in-the-dark thread, that kind of stuff. Nope, not me. Mine has everything has called for. This is, I shouldn't say. I worked on this for 3 days and I put in 610 stitches. That's 610 stitches there, y'all. This is not easy. This is a time-consuming stitch. On the 36 count, I am doing this 2/2. It's thick, which I want. But it's actually pretty confettied. I know it doesn't seem like it is, but it is. Right? To get that detail that you see there, that's confettied. So, I mean, not like, you know, confetti, but like, there's a lot of colors in it. Like in this little dude, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15 colors. Just 15 colors in that, right? So, which is a lot, I think, for such a small piece. We'll see. We'll see what happens with it. It's extremely unlikely that I will stay caught up with it, but that's fine. We'll do what I can. It's about the fun, is it not? Yeah, it's been a week. Like the work has been a roller coaster. It's up and down. I can't believe it's December. We're going on vacation next week. We got to get this house ready for our house sitter and our dog sitter, and it's not ready at all. Am I going to spend the weekend getting it ready? No, because I'm going to the Jingle Ball. I might end up taking Tuesday off. We're leaving on Wednesday. I'm going to end up having to take Tuesday off. Anyways, next up, Dr. Georgina Wyndham by Forbidden Fiber Co. This one I have fully converted to a travel piece. I realized that it does not make sense for me to only stitch it when I'm going to the doctor's because I will never get it done. So I have made it officially my travel stitch, which means I've done quite a bit on it. So this is where I have, as you will see, all I have done is just filled in the sheep, right? By the way, 2/2 with all of the called for Forbidden Fiber Co. floss on 32 count linen love potion, also by Forbidden Fiber Co. First of all, I think these sheep are just adorable, right? Like, I think they're just so cute. And frankly, it's excellent travel stitching. It's mindless once you get the initial counting done, and it's so easy to track the counts even when you do that. And so I highly recommend if anyone's like, I don't know, Jessie, I don't travel with stitching. And I don't know if I would want to. Get a sheep and try it on a sheep because it's super easy to do and I can pull it out relatively easily and work on it without thinking anything about it. I didn't tell you what I did. I worked on this for 5 days and I put in 1,002 stitches. So again, it's just when I'm traveling. It's at the football games, when I go to the doctor's and I'm waiting in the waiting room. That's it. That's all it is. All right. Next up after that is Evening Stroll by Autumn Lane Stitchery. This was in Cassandra's mystery box from this year. I was like, I am not going to wait until next year to start one of these projects that we got. And so, oops, it is 2/1 on paper, perforated paper, fully provided kit. And here is where I am. And so basically, I've just been feeling in the bottom and, it's just kind of going this way, spinning out on that end. Getting used to stitching on paper was a little difficult, I will say, but I don't think it was horrible. And now I'm pretty comfortable with it. Now, that being said, though, I do think I'm going to end up putting this away for a while, but we'll see. But I worked on this for 2 days, 445 stitches in that, filling in that area. Crinkles, because I don't have a project bag for this one. Next up is I Search for an Ancestor by the Laurel Witch. I haven't worked on this entire year, and I am ashamed. I love this piece so much. Her artwork speaks to me. Now, the Laurel Witch has changed her shop a little bit, so she is bringing back right now some of her patterns. I don't know if Ancestor's coming back in any way, so it may still be discontinued. But her artwork, like, to me, speaks to a history and a mysticism about women that I just love. So, but I am stitching this 2/2 on 32 count Lugana, and this is Haunted by Seraphim Hand-Dyed Fabrics, and this is what I've done. I was tired of working on the border, so I went down and I started stitching on the lady. Now, I am doing a color conversion to make her look like me because it's all about me. So I worked on this for 2 days and I put in 405 stitches, which officially means that I have now touched every whip that I brought into the 2023 year with, because this was my last one standing. And so I am using, for the color conversions, I am using Lord Lebadan's, I think, conversions. I haven't purchased the floss for the skin tone yet, but in terms of her hair and everything, that's how I'm planning on doing the conversion, since this is a little bit more, it's not frosted pumpkin where it's just one color, right? But I hope that the Laurel Witch Laura has not completely given up on the cross stitching. I think she just wants to explore the path of her artwork, and as a creative and as an artist, she definitely has the right to do so. All right, next up is another new start, which is that for the Jingle Ball, I had signed up for 2 classes. I did not attend any classes last year. They had sold out by the time that I tried to get into one. But this year, I think that they did a lot to expand it, to give more opportunities for people to attend. So I'm signed up for 2. One of them is to do the flat finish with the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. And this was the project that they had done for it. This is Season's Greetings from the Fox family. And so if you follow the pumpkins or went to the Jingle Ball, last year they introduced their Fox family. I have purchased all of those. Have I done anything? No, they're not even started. But the postcard's getting done. And so this is, what did I do? I did get the kit from the pumpkins. So this is everything is called for, and this is 28 count linen fawn by Picture Disc Plus, and this is it, a brand new start. I am trying to finish this in time for the class tomorrow. So, but this is, how many days of this? This is 7 days, 1,716 stitches. Now, all that's left for me to do is I have a little bit of red here. I got to fill in the flower and then the candlesticks and then the back stitching. That's it. That's all I got to do. It's like probably like 500 stitches. The question is, do you think I can do it? Do you think I can finish this tonight? And maybe in the morning, because I think my class is like at 2 p.m. my time. What do you think? We'll see. We'll see tomorrow, right? Because I will stop the Jingle Ball at one point and film my Flossidays. But this is what I'm going to be working on tonight. Huge movement on this because I'm going to do it. I'm going to do some panic stitching. Thank you, Georgie, for adding that to my lexicon. I'm going to do some panic stitching and see if I can get it done for the class tomorrow. All right, next up is Tree of Magic by Barbara Anna Designs. Now, I told y'all last time that I was going to focus on this and try to get a finish in November. Yeah, that did not happen. I did work on it for 3 days and I put in 1,116 stitches. And here it is. So as you will see, I finished this bottom branch and I started working on this branch. Why did I skip this branch? Who knows? It's just the kind of day that I was having. I felt like, let's stitch on the flowers. So that's what I did. But this is a goal that I had to finish for 2023. This is a whip I brought in into 23 that was started in at least 21. And so, and my goals usually for every year is that whatever projects I had in existence, not in the immediate year before, but before that, I try to finish them in the year. I have 2 BAPs that did not happen, but this is one of the ones I brought in. So this is a goal. This is a goal. I'm probably gonna taking 2 projects with me on my vacation, and this is gonna be one of them. The goal is to finish this project, and maybe a 3rd project, depending on whether or not I think I can. We'll see. But this is it. So I hope to have this finished by the end of the year, even though it's not winter stitching. I'm going to be okay with that because I would like to have some goals accomplished this year. Last but not least is my last start, my 4th start of the month, which is also for a Jingle Ball class. This is the one with Luminous Fiber Arts. Yeah, haha. And this is Wintergreen Christmas. And the class is going to be with Misty, obviously, of Luminous Fiber Arts. And we're going to learn how to make the ornament. Yay! So this is a new start. I am doing all of this with the called for because I got the kit. And this is going to be on 32 count linen. It's Misty's fabric. So let me find the name of it. Nope, not Sea Spray. Soft Sea linen. And here it is. I finished one of the ornaments. This is the other one. Here's a problem, y'all. I am ready for the class. Clearly, I am ready. Do y'all see what I did here? I don't know what I was thinking. I was not thinking about anything. I don't have that much. I should have stitched on this half of the fabric. So that way I could cut this out without any real problems and then still be able to put this half in a Q-snap. But no, Jessie decides to go down instead of over because, I don't know, I must have been tired. So wish me luck on that. I am still going to cut it out. I'm still going to do the class because I don't know. Maybe I thought I was going to finish this ornament by the time the class happened. And then I realized I hadn't started on Season's Greetings. Who knows what I was thinking? I thought yesterday was November 10th. So maybe I thought I just had a lot of time. That's it. That is all of my stitching for the month of November. Did I talk really quickly? It's only been 20 minutes. I went through this pretty fast. Yeah, I guess I did. But yeah, that's all of my stitching. I had 2 pieces of purchases in addition to whatever it is I'm going to end up buying in the Jingle Ball. I got my fabric of the month from Yummy Fiberlicious, which is French Rose. It's a very beautiful, rich brown. Look at that. I think it's pretty true to the color, and you can see the lighting on that. I also did get another finishing kit from Crazy Annie's of Lady Dot Creates, and all the crinkles. I do like to open this up with you, even though I see it, because it's all just it's in, clear packaging. But the velveteen, it's actually a very dark green. I thought it was a little bit different, but it's a very dark green. And now here comes the trims, more crinkles. So looks like we have a red and white gingham trim, another kind of satiny, I don't know what this is called. It's got like a little bricks looking like things on there. Some green pom-poms. Kind of a taupey bricky-bracky thing. And then another one of chenilles. And as always, it comes with some charms. We have a star. A pumpkin. And a heart. And then it looks like some pins in there. Some 3 pins. Parley has a set to put into a push pin. If you finish it, has a push pin. All right. As always, I'm really excited about this. Have I made anything with any of this? Nope, not at all. Actually, that's not true. I did use some of the trims that I received from one of the kits for my my ornaments that I made for the Fisher house a few months back. Some of you may remember that. Apologies, I gotta get everything back in so that way I don't lose it. So let me go ahead and do that. So yeah. All right. Those were my purchases. Okay. Story time now? Story time later? I don't know. I guess we'll do story time now. Just real quick. You can hop. The timestamps below. You can hop to the Flossmas part or the Flossidays part, if you wish. I don't have a story. Like, November went by so quickly. I'm not even sure like what happened. Like, it's, but okay, this is gonna be my story. So we went for has a Kickstarter for the holiday season. Right after Thanksgiving, we went to a play called The Ugly Christmas Sweater, which is a production, a new production from Theater Under the Stars, which is a local theater company, musical company here in Houston. And so we went to go see it. Now, it's not original songs, but it's original lyrics to familiar uncopyrighted tunes, like from Christmas carols and things like that. And so they kind of change in some stories, but they kind of described it as a office meets Christmas party. And that's basically what it is. The audience is the staff at this company, and we're here for a Christmas party, and everyone was asked to wear their festive gear, which was their ugly Christmas sweaters. And then shenanigans ensue without any kind of spoilers, but it was a very fun show, only 75 minutes. There was lots of singing by the part of the audience. It was very interactive with audience members being pulled up to the stage and, you know, and doing stuff as it relates to the story. And it was a lot of fun. But I think the part that was related to us was that when we were with one of the only engagement we got was that my husband, who was with me, was one of the workers, and she reached over and she's like, "Alan, I'm so glad you decided to wear pants today. The pants look good." I didn't have a problem without it, and I just laughed because what's really funny about it is that there's a joke in my household, which is, you know, pants are stupid. I don't wear pants. I wear almost exclusively dresses and skirts. And so I just thought that was really funny that he should be the one to get picked up about, like, oh, you chose to wear pants. So that's my story for this Flossidays. All right. Going forward, it will be in the back. All right. Well, I'm going to pause for a second. I'm going to gather all of my things for the things we're opening. It's Flossidays. Okay, be right back. That's not the right. All right, just as I sit down, my little girl down here, my dog girl, not my real person, has decided to join, but she's not going to be able to jump up. Okay, I have four things to do for the Flossidays. I have 2 true Advents and then 2 created Advents for y'all. So I am going to first open up the true Advents, the ones that I purchased. So I have 2. The first one I am going to do is from the Night Stalker, and that's hand-dyed threads over on Etsy. And here is the box and that it came in, and it's just like a little do there. But everything is individually wrapped like so. So I'm just showing this for y'all today. Going forward, I'm probably just gonna bring out my one little do. So let's start with Night Stalker first. Get that out of the way. Oh goodness. Oh goodness. I can't roll my chair because I don't want to scare her. All right, you ready? Number one. Oh, I gotta be sure I have my. Oh, I don't have it. We'll we'll improvise for today, but I'll be sure tomorrow to have my stuff. So here is the first color. This is called Krampus. Again, Night Stalker Calling. Actually, let me make sure that y'all see that. Night Stalker's Calling. Look at that. Can you all see that okay? Is that coming across well? There it goes. Look at those colors. I love this. I love this. The only fear that you ever have about getting one of these is that you only have one skein, and then you're like, is there enough? Is there enough? But it's 10 yards. There's 10 yards of this, and so, which, you know, could be solid for a single color piece. But let's see. We will see what happens and what we get. So, all right. So that's the first one. Oops. We'll just toss that. Next up is I got the Caterpillar Cross Stitch Advent Calendar for 2023. And you're seeing the unboxing and everything with me. All right. And okay. I'm going to try my best for it not to fall apart. And here it is. All right. Everything is loose, so I don't know if I can. Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to be able to display this in any way, but we'll just kind of do that. All right. Number 1. And this is right here. On the first day of Christmas, CCS gave to me. I love it. How cute. Oh, and there's a picture on the back. So the picture on the back is a little lady and I think it's a lady. Is it not a lady? It's a person. It's a person. We don't know. Let's not gender people. We don't know what their genders are. With a wreath, and then there's a bookshop in the back. All right. How cute, how cute, how cute, y'all. Look at this adorable little elf needle minder. Ha! I love it. I love it. That's awesome. That's awesome. I'm excited about that. That makes me happy. I love a good needle minder. And I like Caterpillar's Cross Stitch. I actually really do tend to prefer the wood ones. Because I like them a little bit lighter. But the designs on the Caterpillar Cross Stitch ones are... I got the Christmas Doxy one from them. The Hedgehog. Like, her designs are just so cute. You gotta just like them. I mean, I guess you don't have to just like them. But you do, right? Okay. All right. The third thing is so I have two created ones, and then of course I'm going to talk about my daily stitching plans. And I created one that is people, I was calling it an influencer advent calendar, but really it's not an influencer, because not all of them that I put in here are people who are like influencer in the way you think of in terms of of social media, right? Like, really, for me, these are people who are who inspire me. So it's my inspirator. Is that a word? Conspire is conspirator. Inspirator? It's not a word, y'all. Inspirer? These are people who inspire me. And so it's, and that's really where it is. Now, there's only 25. Y'all, I subscribed to like 260 people on Flosstube. When I was doing this, I was like, wow, I subscribed to a lot of people. Now, some of these people no longer make videos, and that makes me a little sad. But, people move on. Sometimes making Flosstube videos is a space in your life, and then it's no longer a space in your life, so you let it go to go create space in your life for something else. And that's okay. And I also I follow a lot of people on Instagram as well. Most of the people in here are Flosstubers. There are a couple of Instagrammers, but these are people who have inspired me and in different ways. And so some of it is going to be the way that they inspire me in terms of learning about stitching and how they approach stitching and everything. Some of them inspire me through laughter because they're just joyful, and I just really enjoy being in there and like seeing progress. Some of them are just, really beautiful stitchers, and I really enjoy seeing what they do. And then quite a few of them are my friends, people who inspire me because they're my friends, and I really enjoy, spending time with them. And I hope that in real life that we are also friends. Some of these people have no idea who I am. like no clue, and that's okay. Now, some of them obviously will know who I am, and that's okay. Obviously, I don't have a problem with people knowing me. But it's, there's no intentions here other than to share with you 25 people who have inspired me, who I've learned from, who I'm glad to be part of our Flosstube and cross-stitching community. And some of them are going to be extremely well known, and you're going to already know who they are. Some of them maybe not so much. And I hope that you'll go and check them out and give them a follow if not. So I have them in a little cup right in there. So I'm just going to draw one out. I should probably fold these. These are a little hard to pull out. I do have notes if I need to look up notes, but hopefully I won't have to. All right. Oh, so first up is Crafty. Oop. Come on. Oh, no, it's not going to. I have to get super close. There he goes. Crafty Gaming Jamie is my first person. She's one of the first people I started following on Flosstube. When I started really watching Flosstubes on a regular basis, that was a person that did not get drawn. I'm gonna fold these up. But she was one of the first ones because I started watching quite a few Flosstubers, and I definitely had subscribed to some people, but the more that I found, the more I realized that I was like, I don't stitch the way they stitch. Now, I do still follow some of those those first ones that I followed, but there were more traditional stitchers and that type of thing. And I was like, I am like a geeky person, right? Like I'm a geek and I like anime, I like sci-fi, and I was like, I wonder if there's people out there who do this type of stitching. And so I started intentionally looking for them, and honestly I'm gonna say I still don't think there's that many of them. You will find that many of the people who I consider my friends are in this thing who do this type of stitching, but she's one of the first ones that I found. Her videos are super short when she goes through a lot of stitching pretty quickly, but I don't feel like it's fast. She also does big stitching, so it's beautiful sci-fi, anime, like these great geeky kinds of stitching. But they're giant pieces, and that I don't stitch those giant pieces, and so, but I really like watching her. She also dyes some of her own fabrics, and she talks about some of those experimentations involved with that. But for me, this is vicarious stitching. I will probably not stitch those big projects. They're also sometimes on fandoms that are not my fandoms that, you know, but I appreciate them and enjoy them. And so for me, this is a lot of vicarious stitching, and she inspires me sometimes also just to go check out what the fandom is that she's stitching about. The last thing I'm going to be drawing is going to be Lass, but that's going to be in there. All right. The other thing I'm going to be doing over my Flossmas or Flossidays is I'll be doing some daily stitching. In addition to whatever I'll be working on in terms of challenges and things that I'm interested in, I am also going to be stitching a daily sample, and this one is called the New Year's Sampler. Now this is East European, a country over there, and so their Christmas is after New Year's. It's in January. They celebrate an Orthodox or calendar, and so this is a New Year's sampler. My intention is to try to do this on a daily basis, moving towards the letters. So I'm going to be starting in the corner, moving towards A, B, C, you know, and there's 26 letters, so in theory, I'll be able to get this done by Christmas. Now, I don't expect that to actually happen, but that's going to be the plan. Now, if you watch my November Flosstube, I did tell you the name of the company and everything. I'm still going to do this. I'm still going to stitch it. Obviously, you see who it is, but I'm just not going to highlight it. You know, hopefully this is not offensive to anybody. I don't think it is. I support the people of Ukraine. There's not a whole lot that I can do to support them, other than to honor the sanctions that are in place against Russia. And while I have nothing against any individual cross-stitcher or cross-stitching business over in Russia, it is my personal opinion that if you want to support the people of Ukraine, then you should honor the sanctions. And so while I am stitching on this, this is everything I purchased before the war, before any of it happened. And I was just trying really hard to stitch from stash because I have a lot and I'm feeling overwhelmed by how much I own. And this is one of the few things I had that was Christmas themed that would fit within an advent calendar or countdown format. So stitch vicariously through me, and then let's hope that this war ends soon so that the people of Ukraine are free, and then we can support our cross-stitching community that's over in Russia. This is a time, you know, so that's what I'm gonna say. That's what I'm gonna say about that. There's a lot of not great things happening in the world right now. You know, it's in addition to the war in Ukraine, we have obviously very recently and still ongoing the situation in Israel and in Gaza that I think is a very complicated situation in terms of politics and everything around it. It's very complicated, but what I think is not complicated is that innocent people shouldn't be dying for politics, and I think that that's pretty clear on that. As we go through the month, I'm going to probably talk a little bit more about that as some of the influencers and inspirators that get pulled out of my cup throughout the month, who are doing extraordinary good craftivism work and some of the work that they're doing to bring awareness to that situation. So, but anyways, talking about the stitching, I promise going forward that I will probably not speak on the politics much anymore, but I did want to bring that up so that way that you are aware. Oh, why am I not listing it? Why is it not in the show notes? That's why. Okay. I am going to be stitching this with the called for floss, and I'm going to be doing it on 32 count Spice Honey by Color and Cotton. And I don't think I can do a floss toss, but here's one batch. The only one I was worried about was this gold tone, but I think it's going to be okay. Some of it, because of the variegation, is going to be a little blending, but when I look at the stitching, I think it's going to be okay. I think like where I see that gold tone is going to be part of the patterns, I think it will be fine. So, and if not, part of it being a little blendy, it's fine. But this will be a new start. Probably not today because, hey, I need to get Season's Greetings done. And I don't know if you noticed, I have hundreds of stitches left in that. And, but we'll see. The goal is to get this started and to work on this. And I'll give you progress on that on a daily basis. Okay. All right. Then last but not least, in terms of the Flossidays is, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to do some editing during the Jingle Ball, get this uploaded, and get to stitching. In this snowman cookie jar is 48 holiday jokes for you. I know, so I really appreciate all of y'all who were like, where's my jokes for Flossoween? They are here. They're here. Now, I cheated this year. Normally I go looking for them and everything, but I did go to a place on Etsy called Go Print, and they had 48 jokes, and they're all in here. And so here we are. Ready? Okay. Do. What do you call a snowman with a six-pack? An abdominal snowman. As always, wherever you are, I hope you are having a stitchy good time. I hope I will see you tomorrow in our next edition. And in the meantime, happy Flossidays. I said Flossoween. Happy Flossidays.